Hi everyone, alongside Mike Trossel, I'm Dave Giancola, and thanks for joining us again for another episode of Champions Journey. Ariya Jutanugarn was widely considered one of the up-and-coming stars in women's golf, and the 2018 U.S. Women's Open, at least late on Sunday, looked like it was going to serve as a coronation for the big hitter from Thailand.
Yeah, Dave, Jutanugarn owned a 7-stroke lead with just 9 holes remaining on Sunday, seemingly on cruise control to a statement win. But a triple bogey on number 10 and back-to-back bogeys on 17 and 18 set up a playoff.
It's never as easy as it seems. In the playoff, Jutanugarn was able to swing the momentum with a spectacular up and down to claim victory. Let's see how she did it. Here's every televised shot from Jutanugarn's roller coaster victory in 2018.
They are all chasing Ariya Jutanugarn. This at the par 5-6. This is the shot of the day thus far at Shoal Creek. Just a beauty. Struggled in this event over the years. This is her 13th round at the U.S. Women's Open, and just her 2nd round in the 60s, lowest of her career. Helped, of course, by this eagle at 6. No doubt about that one. Right in the center, the 8-time LPGA winner trying to add this major title to her impressive young resume at Shoal Creek. Just a moment ago at the 3rd. Ariya Jutanugarn for a birdie at the par 5.
Should break a little bit left to right on her.
Julie, we saw a lot of that a day ago. Players struggling to get the ball to the hole.
I think this afternoon the greens would be rolling out just a little bit more.
Jutanugarn on the tee here at the par 4.
Straightaway par 4 here. You see that yardage 421. It's actually the most difficult hole on the golf course today. Not one single bunker on this entire hole. She didn't hit that solidly. You can tell obviously when she lets go with her top hand, but finds the fairway.
The resumes look similar in the major championship kind of carousel continues. 7 of the last 10 major winners, all first-time major winners.
Well, all you have to do is win that one and you become a major winner. And you know, Sarah James, what she just talked about, self-belief, and you know, there's not really a major champion out here that doesn't have self-belief.
Here at the 4th, Jutanugarn's got this 4 birdie to move within 3.
After hitting a beautiful 6-iron to this tucked left hole location.
Nicole, I was curious why she took her hand off that swing from the rough. She hit a close shot from that rough.
Ariya off to a good start with the birdie at number 1.
As it'll move right once it gets onto the green down towards the hole.
Really great comebacker there to remain 6 under for the championship. Ariya just a moment ago, her 3rd shot.
Didn't hit a good drive, had to lay up. And still see that those are full wedge shots. You can spin the ball a lot. You got to control that spin. That's a good chance for birdie now.
Now Ariya for a birdie. To get within 3, but it just sneaks by the left side. Jutanugarn on the tee here, 7.
Just takes that 3-wood there and tries to hit it up to the left-hand side. If she hits driver, that right-hand bunker comes into play.
Good job.
A bit unlucky there, Nicole, that it didn't roll on down there on that side hill.
Ariya for birdie. Solo 2nd. It's going to just miss right. So she'll settle for a par here at 7.
And you really have to be looking about 5 yards past this hole location, not even flirt with the water.
Can't believe how far these balls are going.
Arya from above the hole.
Because both the Juchanyagarns do, don't they?
Yeah,
Work
correct.
with Carey. Oh, she got that to sneak in the right edge.
She's made a couple really good par putts.
Well, here's the experience in this grouping. 8 career wins. Had 5 2 years ago. 5 of those 8, including the 2016 Women's British Open, her major championship. And so far this year, 13 starts. She's made the cut in all 13 and 9 top 10s. One at Kings Mill in a 3-way playoff. Good look at birdie here at the opening hole for Arya Jutanyagarn. Number 1 in birdies on tour. She can roll it. And now 2 back.
Don't play those 2 in a best ball.
Doesn't carry a driver, at least isn't this week. 3-wood 2-iron.
Yeah, good one.
Oh, that is blasted.
Exactly, Paul. You saw a lot of skids the first 2 days. And you do not want to hit this shot right at this flagstick, right at the green. And a beautiful judge shot. She's got the most experience here, and those 3-unders better be looking at the 7-er, who's now 8.
Well, also, it doesn't feel insurmountable.
Here's Arya Jutanyagarn at 3, the par 5.
You know, Joe, we talked about her, only hitting 3-wood. She has hit driver this year. I played with her at San Francisco, and she hit some beautiful drives. But she goes out on a practice round, and if that first driver goes wayward, she takes it out, puts the 3-wood in, and then she takes the driver out, and then she ends up putting another 2-iron in to complete her set.
So it's basically one and done.
One and done.
Arya's gone birdie par on this par 5 3rd hole, the second easiest hole today. Good look at birdie for Jutanyagarn.
Hear a loud yell.
And she's within 1. Now Jutanyagarn coming off birdie at 4.
Oh, and she just ripped it right through the alleyway. Those beautiful oaks. I'm not sure Dustin Johnson can hit pitching wedge 143 yards. That is a very ambitious to think that she could fly it that far, Bradley.
3rd shot for Arya Jutanyagarn. Almost made birdie from in front of the green.
Well, I think she better stay right at this flagstick. If she gets too careful and hits it left and short sides herself.
We saw Michelle Wie do that moments ago. Now Arya Jutanyagarn, 2nd shot at 5.
She had a much harder lie there. Ball was down.
What a putt, what a save, and still 1 back. Parred it in round number 2.
Look out right. Watch out, Creek. Oh, and a good break. You see the hazard stake there on the left. He's going to be forced to lay up now.
She'll have that putt to get to 4 under, 6 back. And here's Ariya Jutanugarn, second shot at the par 5.
Well, she hit a poor tee shot and followed it up with a terrible layup. That is just almost inexcusable, the layup into the rough there. See if the heel gets caught in that heavy Bermuda. Shuts that face right down.
Yeah, I think with that creek on the right-hand side, maybe made her kind of hood that club going on through.
Because practice rounds were either stopped and started or canceled altogether. So some of them were looking at this golf course for the first time this week.
Exactly. I mean, they haven't happened to me. Maybe that's why we're not seeing a lot of putts made. They haven't been out here to get on the greens and find out the little idiosyncrasies that these greens have. This is a beautiful par 4, playing 422 yards today. You got a bunker out there on the right. It's 255 yards.
2 of the first 3 holes.
And even though she had missed the fairway, she had a really good lie sitting up and a nice shot from 172 yards.
And
she'll
a good
get
angle.
a nice read too. Yeah, she'll get a good read.
Says May on her ball, her nickname. Shot 67 for the opening round. Taps in for par here at 7 at 8.
This is a 9-iron. She hit 9-iron yesterday, well past that front hole location. This hole location in the back right, she's got to carry it over this bunker. Good shot on the upper deck.
See that May on her ball, and the reason why they name her May is because 4 of her 8 wins came in May, and so they decided to start naming her May. Well, good thing he got to take those clubs when he was an Atlanta Brave pitcher and practice every other 4th day.
Well, he did. Even when he was a closer, he talked Bobby Cox into letting him play golf.
Perfectly played. Left of the hole, with her straight shot in.
See where Ariya was at the start of round 3. So she does miss on that left side and will walk off the 9th with a par. But will be in the lead all by herself.
Another hook. That's a good lie. That ball's sitting up. And
back to our leader, Ariya Jutanugarn.
From 148 yards, a pitching wedge, Joe, out of a beautiful lie she drew in this left rough. She's birdied this hole both days. Another gorgeous approach.
She's 3 under in the 20 holes she's played today, having to play 10 holes this morning. Dreaded 4 a.m. wake-up call to get out here. But I think she's happy she was able to get out here early and play. Just because of the way she's performed today, Brad. She got a nice rhythm this morning and has been able to maintain it.
Well, you feel the ground too, don't you? What the conditions are like. Sometimes when you keep playing is when you play your best golf, even if you have to wake up that early.
Got to watch her towards the end of the round and
See how she does here.
that is just a seed. What a good drive.
Soft. Soft.
What a shot.
There's the backstop.
Just brilliant.
That thing was on a rope. It never left the pin. It was impressive.
Another putt left short. Goodness me.
So a tap-in birdie. And the lead will be at least 2.
It's a pretty clean card there. That's what you want on a Saturday of a U.S. Open.
Unkept area.
Here is Jutania Garn 12.
By far the worst lie of the day for any of the players. 162 yards as well. Can't see any of the ball. She gets us here, it'll be amazing.
All right, good shot.
And just able to power it out just in front of the green here at 12.
Line 3 for 3 today, getting the ball up and down. For Area, see if she can do it here.
Go.
She's got a little work left.
All right.
I don't think too much bothers her, Brad.
There's a steal.
Has bogeyed this hole and parred it.
Pitching wedge there, Joe. 139 yards.
You know what? You've seen one person get the ball the hole consistently, and that's Area.
She's the most confident player when she arrived.
Okay, good one. Yeah.
Leading by 3 and finding the fairway.
And she just keeps applying pressure. Relentless pressure.
Just cruising right now is our leader, Area Jutania Garn.
She is off to the races now.
This hole ought to fit her eye. Just want a lovely little draw.
And right there, buddy. Good life. Oh, that's a golf shot.
Way by the bunker and now down that hill. Gorgeous shot.
She must have listened to the brownie points. Perfect position. Left-hand side.
Our leader back at 15, Area Jutania Garn.
Just a lob wedge after a 275-yard 3-wood and another peppered iron shot.
Well, fatigue doesn't appear to be a factor for Area today. She played 10 holes this morning, 4 o'clock wake-up call.
It's breaking to the right slightly.
That is just
a turkey.
gut center and 3 in a row.
Just making it look easy. There really have been no hiccups.
I don't think her target's the flag stick. It's the center of this green.
All right, good shot.
MB Park.
Bowie Hexter.
Well short.
Yeah, you put it on her there, Paul.
I know.
We jinxed her twice.
So played to the middle of the green and can't salvage a par here at 16.
She does have a par 5 coming up. See if she can get that right back.
Rip a 3-wood at the par 5.
That one pitched 15 yards by. like to get it down there so you can hit kind of a low driving shot, so you have to avoid a spinny one. But she's played it well back, so what do I know?
Well, she's in a good spot. She missed all the worn out area there, Brad. She's on grass.
So she's going to have to choose to drive it in here and run it up or fly it all the way back there, which it looks like she's trying to do.
Well, I like that she should go ahead and hit it full.
And deep. All right, the rest of that for par. Start of the day, 3 back, now 4 up with 1 to go in round 3. Now Ariya Jutanugarn, our leader.
And this 250-yard carry over this bunker shouldn't be anything for her, even with her 3-wood being as downhill as it is.
Doesn't matter when you pierce the middle of the fairway.
This 18th hole is played as the 3rd toughest today. Only 5 birdies here, the 4th toughest this week.
Good lie.
Boy, and a beautiful swing to finish. A nice little punch. Total control.
This for birdie. And just comes up a little short. Tap that in for a round of 67. 12 under through 3 rounds, looking for her 2nd major championship and her 9th win.
That's a nice look. Had a couple bookend 67s right there.
But this day and right now, this championship belongs to Ariya Jutanugarn, a seasoned 22-year-old.
From Thailand, Ariya Jutanugarn.
Had to play 28 holes yesterday. Got up at 4 o'clock in the morning because of the delays and then the rain-shortened 2nd round here on Friday. And so with a long day under her belt, a full night's rest, she's trying to win her 2nd major championship and become the first from her homeland, Thailand, to win a U.S. Women's Open championship. So both players find the rough down the right side. That rough is thick. Don't let the iron in her hands fool you.
The challenge for her is to not be thinking about the outcome right now, Julie, like you said you were doing. She's got to think about 1 shot at a time, and there's one of those high iron shots. Beautifully played out of the rough. What a great shot, and what a way to start for the championship leader.
Here's our leader, Ariya Jutanugarn.
Started with a nice birdie yesterday. Can she do it? Oh, yes. How about those nerves, Joe?
I mean, there's just no flinch at all.
Julie, yesterday she hit a 3-wood off the 3-iron off the tee, and they were going to try and elect to go up a little bit farther, but that's about the same place they were yesterday.
And that is just a bullet. Probably not even looking at the flag stick, the right edge of that bunker. If that shot tracer's right in her reaction, that is a big, big miss, and good luck getting that close to the hole from there.
Got to go up in the air to get this close.
Goodness. So much for safety first. Left all the way. Just set up by a really bad 2nd shot. Very unusual. We haven't seen anything like that from her the first 3 rounds.
A bogey at 2. When she gets to pull that 3-wood out, like she does here at the par 5, she's like a different player than anybody else you see out here, at least this week, and she's played this 3rd hole at 2 under here at Shoal Creek.
Maybe not for direction, but certainly for distance. Long iron off a down slope.
And in a good spot.
It's a delicate little shot off a good lie. Not great, but not awful.
Wow. A birdie at 3.
That is just roasted. Beautiful. That's right where you need to put it with a 5-shot lead. And the desire with that big lead is to get right on the middle of the green. See if you can 2-putt this thing and get out of town. Pretty good putt right there.
Par putt for our leader. No major hiccups yet.
Oh, what a shot.
And he hit a nice towering high shot.
Nobody took your bet.
If you want to reach, you got to be in the fairway. There's another, just a bullet. My goodness. Very impressive.
.232 here.
Oh.
Yeah, great shot.
And that whole location sets up perfect for Aria's eye. She loves to draw that ball in there.
Here's her long eagle putt.
6 feet of break at least.
Look at putt. Good aggressive putt.
Number 1 in birdies, 5th in scoring, 2nd in putting, 8th in driving. And that's she's 8th in driving just because she doesn't hit driver that much. She got 250 to that bunker right there. I think it's just in that first cut of rough.
And this is
sure
right.
Did. Pretty tricky. Good shot.
She's made everything look easy.
Your swings get the most out of their weight. I mean, you get Sarah Jane, who's not that big, but can hit the ball out there.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Don't think it's not a burden to be that person. And Sari Pak, she was my partner in the mixed team one year. What a player, what a great person. Steady on the par 3s, clobbering the par 5s, and clobbering that putt right there.
2016 Women's British Open, and rolls in that par to stay at 15 under.
That was a no doubter. Inside right.
385 yards and hitting an iron off the tee. So envious.
Yeah, great shot.
A little bit at the end.
Oh, good read, Brad Faxon. Great putt. Aria Jutanugarn.
That almost missed the center. There's a creek over there. This hole is intimidating looking, and she's missed by a mile over there by that big great blue heron flapping his jaws there waiting on a lizard to come by or something.
Rules official, from what we're told, walking over now to figure out where the drop will be.
Did anybody see?
Well, they said, the guys that left, they said they had it crossing right on this leaning tree.
Okay, and we're certain that it is within the water hazard.
Well, yeah.
I'm okay with that if they, because they're in a position to see it.
Okay. So just here/here. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Sure.
That was easy enough.
Right here?
David Fay.
Well, the red line is on the golf course side, if you will, of the creek. That creek is deemed to extend to the right to infinity. So it's not as if it's marked on the other side. I mean, if you all know, oftentimes if you get into a wooded area, you might say, well, is it in the hazard or is it not? This one is simple. It just extended to infinity.
Or that fella's swimming pool up there on top of that hill.
Probably coming out of there.
It's
jump. You probably got to hit 9.
Well, just listen.
Around that left front.
Don't have to try to do anything.
No. All right, come on, slow down. Yeah. Okay. Put your mind right.
There's houses all around the golf course, but you can't see any of them. Brad, that rough's pretty deep over there, huh?
It'd be very hard to curve this ball. She's picked a 9-iron out 181 yards.
Well, she caught a pretty good lie in her drop. She looks like she might be leaning for that to go left a little.
Oh, Paul, that hit the second of those 4 pine trees. It got very, very lucky and kicked a little bit left, so she's still in the rough with a very difficult shot that looks like it's still blocked out.
She has not made a double bogey in this championship. Only 5 bogeys this week, no others, and she's going to have a tough putt for bogey right there. Sometimes you let your guard down. Wow, just a terrible putt here. She'll have that for double bogey, and when you're 7 shots clear, I'm telling you, the only way with 9 holes to go, the only way you're going to let it get away is to make a big number. It's a tough way to miss. Dead on line short. Bleeds out of the hole there at the last second, and suddenly we have a little bit of drama here.
Well,
United States Open.
She does have that par 5 coming up. Let's see if she can right that 3-wood.
Get back in that mental mindset you were in 25 minutes ago. You like that decision to lay up here?
She misses the fairway with it.
It's all right.
I don't know. I think I'd hit that 3-wood. Just get it back in my mind that, hey, I can do it.
Yep.
I mean, this is crucial on this hole to get a yardage that you really feel comfortable hitting your 3rd shot. Because you don't want to leave yourself, especially after making triple, a little in between shot.
Sit down. Come back.
Come on.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, beautiful.
That's beautifully played. That's how you say. That's how you come right back at them.
They can't bounce back after the triple with a birdie, but now a tap-in par to stay at 13 under. On to the difficult 12th.
Way back, 222 yards.
This is the hardest hole on the course by a wide margin, and she put the ball in the rough, and it brings you back to Brad's point. The great Ken Venturi talked about trajectory leaving you first when you start to get uncomfortable. Just got to make sure that heel doesn't catch first here. She measured that up pretty nicely, it appears. That's a good shot.
3rd shot for Jutanugarn.
Not very good.
They got a bad first hop to the left and now sitting on the edge of the green.
Now you know the pressure's showing up because that's the first really kind of crummy putt she's hit, and she's left it woefully short.
Here's Area for bogey. Area Jutanugarn birdied number 9 to get to 16 under and lead by 7. 3 holes later, her lead is 2.
If she hit that shot just 2 yards right of that flag step, it would have been perfect.
It's not an easy 2-putt up the hill. And again, short. 2 in a row.
She's got 246 to that left bunker.
Oh, goodness. That's all going to depend on the lie.
But where that hole location is, she's going to have to just go for the fat side of the green. She's not going to be able to go at that pin. That's going to leave herself a really delicate shot.
No, she's taken a lot of loft. She can definitely land it on the green. It's an uphill lie.
This has been her strength all week. She's gotten up and down as much as anybody in the field. Yeah, she made that look easy, and that's really the first good shot she's hit in a while. Almost an hour and a half. That's a nice save.
Yeah, maybe that'll loosen her up a little bit. See if she can start hitting some fairways. Yeah.
That's got to feel good.
Goodness.
The shot of the week.
It ricocheted off a little imperfection in front of the hole. It looked like it was going to miss low. But there's a little imperfection, a big ball mark maybe, or something there. It turned that thing to the left, and it just steamrolled off the flagstick into the hole. There it is. Look at the imperfection. Boom, just a little bit of a jog. Dead center. Goodness.
And now one back. Beautiful.
Tit for tat right there.
That's a hats off moment.
So a missed chance there to open the lead back up to 2. Trying to birdie it, she was, for the 3rd time this week. Instead, here at 15, 2 pars, 2 birdies. And on to 16 she goes.
Little helping wind.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, what a great shot.
Absolutely flushed it.
I got to give it a little golf clap for that. That's a beautiful shot.
After that long wait to hit that shot here at 16.
That is one impressive birdie on one of the most difficult holes of the day. When you needed it the most. Challenge now to get it in the fairway. Oh, what an intangible, Julie, to have that kind of power, to be able to hit a long iron like that.
The USGA sign, 6-iron. Oh, and that's a big pull. It hit the tree. She got lucky. It hit the tree and kicked it towards the fairway, but she's well back and in the rough. Well, it's downhill. The ball's below her feet. There's a root there, a knobby sort of root. Might have to adjust her stance for it. This screams flyer, this shot.
It screamed flyer loud and clear. That is a terrible place to be. She's got to negotiate that hill, that big mound there. Oh.
And a chunk.
Oh, you can't leave it short.
For Jutanugarn here at 17. And no easy putt left for bogey.
Yeah, a lot of heart there. It's still a bogey.
Are you nervous? I was nervous.
My palms are sweating. My one shot lead heading to 18. She just blasted it, striped it right down the middle. Now she's got that dangerous second shot waiting.
Solid putt there. What a great round.
A round of 67. 11 under for the championship, and at the moment, 1 back. Finds the bunker.
Right at it. She didn't need to go right at it.
I think she tried to hit 8-iron there.
She did hit 8-iron, Brad, and it lacked maybe 2 yards.
Needing to get up and down to win the U.S. Women's Open. She'll have to make that. Otherwise, we would be headed for a playoff.
Not an easy putt.
It's going to be up.
Now a little work.
Well, it's an unbelievable thing to watch. It just shows you how hard golf is, how cruel golf can be. Of course, it's not over. She's going to get to go play off.
Provided this goes in, which it does.
You know, and I think she really thought she hit a good iron shot on 18.
Your battery's ready for us too.
So a round of 73 today. A round of 1 over par after shooting 67, 70, 67.
It's one of the greatest Jekyll and Hyde performances you're ever going to see. Absolutely flawless on the front 9 today. Just couldn't get anything done on the back 9 after the triple bogey on 10. You know, just almost as if she thought she had it when she made the birdie on 9, Julie, and she let her guard down. And again, the cruelest of sports is this game of golf.
Hyo-Joo Kim watching and knowing that she will continue here today at Shoal Creek. Ariya Jutanugarn just absolutely dominant for the first 63 holes of her championship. Starting the back nine today with a triple. Losing the lead, making bogey at 18, and now having to go to a 2-hole aggregate playoff.
I think 17 was the killer there. You know, par 5. She's got 8 iron in her hand to lay up.
Well, the 2-hole aggregate playoff, and then after that, if still tied, sudden death.
Oh, so they've already got all your stuff?
Oh yeah, they've had it since Kingsman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jane, congratulations. Ariya, congratulations. This, just a reminder, this is a 2-hole aggregate playoff, and you will draw for the order of play. So Ariya, 2. So Ho-Jin, you will be 1. Very good. All right.
So here we go, 2-hole aggregate playoff. And Hyo-Joo Kim has gone bogey and then 3 straight pars through her 4 cracks at this 14th hole.
Kim has won 15 times out here. She's just the player that Ariya doesn't want to see, I'm sure. She drives it dead straight, hasn't missed a fairway, I don't know, since early on in her round, and
she's only missed 5 all week.
There you go. So she's got to fit this ball between those bunkers. She gets to go first. Advantage Kim right out of the gate. She just makes it look easy. This is fairway right earlier, and that's headed for the bunkers. That is, oh, a big difference right there.
Shot.
Beautiful shot. I mean, there's not too many ladies can hit that shot right there.
Oh, what a
putt. 24 putts yesterday for Kim, only 25 putts today. And another bomb. A dagger.
Add it to the growing list of long putts made by Hyo-Joo Kim.
As I said, the very player you don't want to see standing on that tee waiting for you for a playoff. Hyo-Joo Kim is some player. She kind of scooped that a little bit. It's just weird to me that she would clap after her opponent made that putt. I'd be in another place in a different zone. I might have glared at her more before I hope she hasn't resigned herself to the inevitable here. She is too good a player.
So the lead is 1 for Hyo-Joo Kim.
Good shot.
That's fairway.
Got a nice kick.
That is dreadful right there. Terrible angle from the thick rough. Caught a little knuckleball there.
Got a little bit of a break.
Bunker.
It's not the easiest bunker shot in the world. You've got to go through a little bit of a valley to the green sitting up on a plateau. She tried to clip it, which is pretty brave in my opinion, and it didn't make it. So it's going to roll back down and maybe all the way down into that valley, and it has. So an opportunity for Aria to get this thing up and down. You've got to get the speed right. It's a pretty good shot under the circumstances.
She will have a tap-in bogey. And opportunity for Aria.
I think she felt like had she hit it a little harder, she had it. A little bit of a teach there. Jutanugarn. She's got to make this to extend the playoff.
And force sudden death, which would pick up back at 14.
Strong. Strong. That's heart right there.
So they finish tied after the 2-hole aggregate.
It'd be nice if we had more cards. They'll get some pretty severe hits.
Now they will go back to 14.
She smothered it. She smothered a bunch of shots coming in. Brad alluded to that earlier, that she'd lost her trajectory control with her fairway wood and with her long iron.
Another fairway found for Hyo-Joo Kim.
Just big time flyer. She's hit about 3 or 4 flyers here. Exactly what she needed to do.
Oh, there's your 50-50 right there.
That's a real touch of class right there. She slipped that club right past that ball.
This putt to win the U.S. Women's Open Championship. Just slides by.
A great effort. What an effort that was.
Beautiful story. That's a beautiful up and down for her.
Yeah, these two have been so good inside 4 feet the entire championship.
This to extend. And on to 18 we go again.
shot.
Shot.
And that's how it's done right there.
Yep. Just a carbon copy of her last two.
I mean, she's hit 3 in a row, literally.
Probably in the same divot.
Within 5 feet of each other. Uh-oh, no draw. She got up out of that, and it's not a good place to be right there. Advantage now for Arctic area. Boy, that adrenaline's a real thing. She just flushed that. Pretty darn good. Taking everything into consideration. Now, Brad, these furrows look like they're going pretty much at the hole here.
Well, you know, the bad part for Area, she's got a downhill lie here in the ball. You can only, about a quarter of the ball's, you know, underneath the level of the sand. So this ball is not going to have any spin. So she's going to have to play the ball forward, I think, weight forward and really just fly it like the last shot, just a short distance. Even on the fringe, you'll get it there. It won't spin.
Oh, so good. What a shot. Jutanugarn throws the pressure right onto Hyo Joo Kim.
Wow, that is the real deal right there. Let's take another look at this. What a shot. She clipped that thing as well as you could possibly ask for.
I'm not sure you could go up there and place it there and hit it any better.
Take another look. And you heard it. Just swept that sand. Mom and sister love it.
A smile.
Kim respects it.
Well, Hyo Joo Kim has had 2 putts to win. Now she has a putt to stay alive.
Left all the way, Joe. Area had to move her mark. She's going to put it back, and the outcome now is clear.
Hyo Joo Kim gave it everything she had. And Ariya Jutanugarn lost the lead. Made a bogey at 18 in regulation, but with this has won the U.S. Women's Open Championship.
Good job.
With her older sister, Moria, there to celebrate with her. What a moment, and what a fight.
See the emotion now just come flooding out. Imagine had she had lost that emotion being so different, Joe.
But you know what? She handles herself with class. She handles herself with poise. At 22 years old, I mean, she could have gotten mad. She could have gotten thrown the towel in. She did the same thing. She made a lot of great shots out of the rough just to make pars and a lot of great scrambling.
And how about the sportsmanship? Applauding her opponent's greatness.
Ariya, yes.
Tears are flowing.
So happy.
She's got her second major championship. First player from Thailand to win a U.S. Open.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's as great a bunker shot as you'll ever see a player hit in a situation like that, Joe. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There's a lot of pressure here. Not a great lie.
Just a slap of the sand and a tap in to win. What a championship this turned out to be.
What a difference in emotion for Ariya Jutanugarn. Had she lost this championship, devastation would have set in. Instead, complete and utter joy, that close to getting your heart ripped out, and instead, you're a hero of your nation.
I mean, the sky's the limit for her. I mean, she can do whatever she wants. I mean, her game's good, her long game's good, and her mental aspect was tested today. And she hung in there, and she came out on top.
And the level of respect I think she earned today with the ability to play like that in the playoff.
It is now my honor to present the gold medal and this magnificent trophy to the champion of the 73rd U.S. Women's Open, Ariya Jutanugarn.
Hey, Ariya. Well, that had to be one of the craziest emotional roller coasters that you've ever gone through in your career. Just take us through the last 5 minutes of your life. You hit the best bunker shot of this entire championship to win this trophy and win this championship.
You know, like, it's pretty good for me to have chance to play off because I didn't have good back nine, but, you know, I didn't hit real good in my playoff, but end up, like, hit pretty good bunker shots, so it's pretty good for me.
Yeah, and people have talked a lot about how your attitude this season has changed. You've really stepped it up, and your confidence has gone up a lot this year in 2018. How are you able to keep yourself in the game, keep yourself mentally focused when it seemed to be slipping away?
Actually, it's pretty tough for me because, you know, it's always up and down in my life. And, you know, for me, it's just like don't put too much expectation and just like make sure I do the thing under my control. Don't think about the outcome.
It was an interesting week. You lost your golf clubs to start the week. In the airlines, you only got to play 9 holes in a practice round, and then you go through 27 holes yesterday and then this long day today. How tired are you after all this?
Right now, not really. You know, I end up pretty good, so I'm okay now.
Well, congrats. Great play, and congratulations on the trophy. Back to you, Joe.